Welcome to the Alyssa Goodman Show. And every week I get to interview game changers in the wellness and the beauty world. And today I have Janet Gunn, who is truly a wonderful friend of mine, who actually I wouldn't be sitting on this couch if it wasn't for her. So thank you, Janet, for introducing me to this place and helping me feel comfortable in front of the camera. But she really does help women, inspire them to reinvent themselves as they age if they want to change their life in any way. She talks about health and fashion and beauty and fitness. There isn't anything she doesn't cover. You must follow her. Sign up for her newsletter and follow her on Instagram because she's one of my favorites. So welcome.
Thank you. That would be considered friends with benefits.
Oh, we won't tell them about that part. The benefit part, they're thinking, uh-oh, is she like women?
No.
But yeah, I know, true. We are all friends with benefits. We help each other out.
Absolutely.
So we're in the same space and we're pumping each other up and, making it happen for each other. But tell me how you came into this world with what you're doing.
I'm very excited to be sitting on your couch, on the couch with Alyssa Goodman. Basically my background is acting. So I acted for many years. And then I got pregnant, had my son, and I decided to stop working for a bit because I was really enjoying being involved in his world, and I was able to become just a stay-at-home mom, and I love that, and I volunteered at a school all the time, and then I realized that, you have daughters, and when they get to a certain age, they become unbelievably independent, and he was going to sleepaway camp, and, I'd pass by his room for a month, and
it'd be empty.
Wait a minute, and it's empty, and I thought, oh my God. This was a real light bulb moment for me to do something with my life because I thought I got to figure this out. Right. So how am I going to do this? And at 50 years old, what's going on? I mean, I'm going to have to reinvent myself. So in the reinventing process, I had to really, take a look within and figure out what am I passionate about? What are my what can I do? What am I capable of doing? And what am I not good at doing? And I think it took, several months. And it basically started out with waking up and writing in a gratitude journal. And I had started this gratitude journal when I saw an Oprah video. And she was interviewing this guy.
Good old Oprah.
And he said, Oprah. All roads lead back to Oprah, right?
True, right.
Oh, my God. But she interviewed this guy, and he said that everything changed. His life changed, and doors just flew open after he started a gratitude journal. And I always thought to myself, you know what? I'm grateful. Of course I'm grateful.
You live that way,
well,
right?
I think we all think we're grateful.
Yeah.
But when you dive into it, and when you live in that space of experiencing gratitude, then you really start to become, you have this personal relationship with gratitude.
Yeah.
Which is the minute you wake up. You woke up, right?
Yeah.
So you're grateful that you woke up.
Right.
And that I can
the small things
walk
like that.
To the sink to brush my teeth. We have water, etc. All these little things that I personally would take advantage of, or take it for granted.
Yeah, you don't even think about it.
You don't even think about it. But what happens when you think about it?
Right.
And our bodies and our minds are such phenomenons, the way we work from the inside out. And when you really start to dive into that and just go introspective, and we are fascinating.
Yes.
And so it all that, like starting with that.
And what did you do with that?
Next.
Did you post those on your website or something, or on a social media platform, your gratitude? Did you talk about that?
Yes.
Is that
so that's
how
a great question. And this is how it happened. So long story short, I did decide to do a blog. And I remember it came from my son's sitter at the time. And she said to me, why don't you start a blog? And I said, blog? I don't even read blogs. I don't even know how to write.
Right.
It's like, I can't do that.
Right.
I came from
That's
the
out of my
world.
wheelhouse. Yeah.
So out of my wheelhouse. I say other people's words.
Yeah.
I don't know how to write my own. I'm not good at that, And
we have become good at that.
She said, well, thank you. But she said, yeah, but you can tell a story with pretty pictures. I thought, okay. So a little time, goes by, whatever. I decided to do it. I just dove into it. And I surrounded myself with a bunch of 20-year-olds who knew how to work the internet, who set me up
Smart lady.
on Squarespace. And every one of them, it was fabulous. So I learned from these lovely young women. I had a team of like 3 to 4 that all just had really good at, different sort of areas. And that's how I learned.
Wow.
And then my blog started, and then I had an opportunity through a friend to go meet with Catherine Powers from Who, What, Where. And she said, I don't really know what to tell you about your demographic because it's definitely untapped, and I don't have any answers for you, but I would say—
Did that make you excited when she said untapped? Or
it did, because I knew it was niche.
Yeah.
I knew, okay, this is good. So she said, I would just look into the video. Let's look into the video world. So I launched on Facebook. I would take my tripod and my iPhone, and every morning I did a 30 days of gratitude.
Oh, wow.
And I said, hi, I'm Janet Gunn, and this is 30 days of gratitude, and I just want to know, what are you grateful for? And it just grew every day,
go viral?
every day. No, it didn't go viral.
Or it was, but people were responding.
Oh.
And they were saying what they're grateful for. And
all day long.
So you were making an impact.
Yeah, all day long.
In a very simple way.
Exactly. Great messages. And so I think that's initially where I built my audience, was from the 30 days of gratitude. Tell me what you're grateful for.
And then it grew into like health and beauty and fashion and everything this demographic is starving for.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
think.
Also, even the bigger picture too is that it grew. What it does is that, gratitude opens doors because it will give you more to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And it introduces you, like the people that just come your way. I mean, I never think about— I get excited every morning when I wake up and I open up my computer, because I know that I'm going to be reached, someone's going to reach out to me and ask me for something. And that really makes my heart happy.
Because then you can help.
Yeah. You can help in some way, in the way that I know how to help. And as long as I'm trying to reach people from a grateful place, from that space, then I know that I'm doing the best job that I can. And it's been amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Really, and it's also really changed you in terms of how you look at life and how you, like you said, how you go through the day. And just, I mean, interestingly, this is probably, I guess the question is, I mean, I feel like you've gone back in age and you've anti-aged because of the way you're living. Do you feel like that has, with, just the gratefulness and being able to help people and being in your purpose and your passion, and then also being aware of the health world and fitness, do you feel like you've sort of gone back?
This is what I try to tell people. I really, I believe this 200%. Anti-aging is mindset. And there's no doubt that I am not— I mean, I'm all about aging, and that's a gift.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? It's fine.
Right.
But I feel that there is a youthfulness that I have now, that it's involved in the spirit and the way I think and what goes on inside my body. That anti-aging, it's not lotions and potions, and those are all great.
Right.
But that is the secret. If they say that there's a fountain of youth, the fountain of youth is internally and what goes on inside here.
Right.
It really is.
Because if you don't really have a good mindset, that mindset is telling your body, I don't feel good. I don't feel good enough. I'm not, I'm not in a good place. When am I ever going to get there? Right. Yeah. It's like, it's constantly stressing your body out, I think. And that is sort of, for me too, with clients, that's the culmination.
Yeah.
If they can bridge that gap between their body, mind, and soul.
Yes.
That is the ticket.
It is. And you know that because you work with your clients and you know it and you hear it. Yeah. And that's what I also try to I've spoken on a couple of panels now, and I think the one thing that I love to share with women at any age is that look at how you talk about yourself.
That's great.
Look in the mirror and start to say, wow, I love you. And you were such a cool little kid. And, pull out photos when you were super young and look at that
done that.
little kid. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you're so cute. You know, good for you. You did the best you could.
That is
So,
brilliant advice.
It's
That's
so
the best.
simple, but
It is.
talk nice about yourself. Appreciate, bless your body parts.
Yeah.
What comes
Even the
out of your-
imperfections that
even
we
the-
all have.
Of course. Who wants to be perfect? Nobody.
No.
No such thing.
No. I
'Cause
thought I
always
did.
think, no, right? I
Yeah.
was saying, because if I'm
That got me in
perfect,
trouble.
then I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to
True.
be like,
Right.
'cause then I've done my job. I don't ever want to feel like I've done my
Yeah.
job. I want to be a student of life every single day.
Oh, that's another great point.
Yeah.
A student of life.
Yeah.
You don't want to be perfect, right? Embrace your flaws.
Exactly.
But I love what you said about look in the mirror and
Yeah.
tell yourself you love you.
Yeah.
I absolutely love you today. right?
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Because we would say that to our kids, right?
Of course.
But how come we don't say it to ourselves
Right?
enough? Right.
Because all this, society just dumps all this stuff on us, and
know.
then we verbally dump on ourselves, and
Yeah.
it's not okay. It's
What
not
else would
okay
you
to treat
tell?
yourself bad.
No.
It's really not.
No.
And I say it over and over again. We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Yeah.
And if we only knew what we were capable of doing on a daily basis, we would have zero fears.
That is true.
So every once in a while, if you can just look up, hit a knee, whatever it is for
Right.
you, and to take you to that place and realize how special you are.
Yeah.
How really, truly special that we are. Look at the chatter that goes on in your head.
Right.
That chatter is your authentic voice.
Right.
If you don't like the chatter, then start to do the work on the inside and change the chatter.
Yeah.
And when you change the chatter, then it's just, things
Everything can
blossom.
change for you.
Everything can
I mean,
change.
every relationship.
Every
just,
relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, we are energetic fields.
Right.
We vibrate on a level that is, space worthy,
Right.
right?
Very true.
Yeah.
Mhm. I love that. I mean, it took me a lot of years to tap into that, but
Yeah.
I am so grateful that I finally did. I mean, but I still, as we probably should tell them, it's still a work in progress.
Always.
I mean, it's always. So I kind of always thought, wow, the grass is greener. Once I reach that point, everything's going to be golden. I had that mindset, but it wasn't ever. There's always some hurdle I have to overcome.
Yeah. And I think that's good to embrace that too.
Right,
Because
right.
then that creates less frustration.
Yeah.
Just like, okay,
Yeah, it's okay.
never done. It's never done.
Right.
Right?
And I always tell myself it's okay to not be okay some days.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that I try to tell my girls that they don't quite understand that. And a lot of people don't understand that. But wait, that doesn't make sense. I need to be okay.
Yeah.
But you really don't.
You really don't.
Yeah. And that also sort of calms down the body too.
It does. It's all how you react to it. All right? We're always going to have ups and downs. And I
Right.
think one of my favorite things, you know who Dr. John DeMartini is? And he says, you're either in your way or on your way.
That's a good one too.
Right?
Yes.
It's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
another light bulb
Yeah.
moment. It's like, heck yeah.
I know.
So let me get out of my way.
And these are things that we really weren't taught growing
Nope.
up. Were you?
Nope.
Did your parents sort of guide you down this path at all?
No.
You had to learn it on your own.
I did, and I'm glad that I did because I learned it because I wanted to.
Yeah.
So there was it also kept showing up and showing
Yeah.
up, and so at some point you have to think,
You have to
okay, I
look at it.
gotta look at this, and why am I being brought to this kind of work, and
Right.
what obviously this is the path that I need to be on, and I think it's important that you listen to your gut,
Yeah.
and follow that path.
The instincts are
You want to be on
strong.
your path. You don't want to be on anybody else's path
Right.
because
Right.
it will never work.
And don't compare.
And don't compare.
Yeah. That's a killer too.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, it's like I say to my son too, it's like, you want to be, the world needs you to be who you were meant to be.
Right.
Nobody else.
right.
Nobody else.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I could chat with you
I
all
know,
day.
we could talk.
and all
I
night.
always love talking about this stuff with you, but let's talk
Yeah.
about why we do feel so youthful.
Yes. I mean, do you know anything about True Niagen?
Boy, do I know some stuff about True Niagen.
Are you a convert
Yeah.
to True Niagen?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I love the science behind it.
Yeah.
Again, it's something that if you go to the video,
Yeah.
I always send people, because I've written about it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And the best way to explain it is I tell people to go to the website, look at the videos, check out, the doctors, the scientists, and and
what they're
just-
saying
and
about it.
learn what it is and what it is in our body when we lose it, and how this has been proven safely to help.
Right. I mean, it has really been a lifesaver in a
Yeah.
lot of ways, and for energy. And I know for me, I wasn't sleeping last summer, and then I started taking it, and probably a month later, I was sleeping again.
Yeah.
And I think it was part of my protocol that really did help me get back on track.
Yeah.
And my energy levels are just amazing. So
I know. And the
absolutely
focus.
love it.
I
Yeah.
think the focus, I think the muscle repair,
Yeah. Especially
uh,
for the older, as
yeah.
we're getting older. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I'm
you're on board.
100% behind it. Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
it. So I ask all my guests, if they had to sum up their mission in one word, what would yours be?
Spiritual.
I don't think anyone said that. And I've had some spiritual people on this show. That's beautiful. Yeah, spiritual. I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.